Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Eric Chilton with Stacy Spivey. Lauren Coleman and Chad Silver are having a blast. Look at them out there. They're out there at WFMY News 2's Winterfest. They're having fun on this Friday.
I am just a tad bit jealous of their assignment today. We're going to check in with them in just a little bit, but we do want to say welcome to all of you watching the 4 to 5 right here on News 2, Fire Stick, Roku, maybe the app for your TV, phone, or tablet. And we do want to go ahead and get started with what's new at 4 o'clock. Kyle Rittenhouse, the teenager accused of fatally shooting 2 men and injuring a third, was found not guilty on all charges today. Once the verdict was read, Rittenhouse collapsed in the courtroom in tears and had to get help back into a seat. The case focused on whether Rittenhouse acted in self-defense when he pulled the trigger during a night of protest and civil unrest in Kenosha, Wisconsin last year. The jury deliberated for 4 days after hearing from more than 30 witnesses during 2 weeks of testimony.
Well, a 17-year-old boy accused of attempted murder in Greensboro was taken into custody by High Point police. Police were following a drug investigation at an apartment complex. This was on Westchester Drive. When officers arrived, they saw the teenager throw a gun out the window. The teen then surrendered to police. Nakonda Ingram also came out of the apartment and was arrested. Police executed a search warrant and recovered methamphetamine, marijuana, and other paraphernalia, along with $10,000 to $12,000.
We're learning 4 students were charged for a gun found on Grimsley High School's campus. Greensboro police said all students were 9th graders and only 1 gun was recovered. A voicemail went out to parents on Wednesday informing them a student had an unloaded gun on campus. Guilford County Schools said no one was hurt. Police did not say what charges those students will face.
Well, a CDC panel approved Pfizer and Moderna's COVID booster shots now for all adults. The FDA approved the boosters yesterday, and there's one final step before anyone can get that booster. Now, once the decision is made by the CDC, tens of millions more Americans could have 3 doses of vaccine by the new year. Anyone who received a Johnson & Johnson vaccine can already get a booster.
The news about vaccines comes as Guilford County's percent positive has been all over the board lately. Over the past week, we've seen days as low as 3.5% and as high as 9.4%. Over the course of the past 2 weeks, our numbers have been higher than the county wants. In the weeks prior, they were well below that red line you can see on that screen. Below the red line of 5%. Local health experts have said we could expect to see our numbers go up as the weather gets colder and we tend to gather more indoors. However, they don't think the spike should be as bad as they were around the holidays this time last year.
Well, starting in February, Austria will now require everyone to get the COVID vaccine. The country announced a nationwide lockdown for only unvaccinated, which started this past Monday. As cases continue to rise, the chancellor said the government has no choice but to extend the mandate to everyone. Austria is also going into a national lockdown that will last for 10 days. School will remain open, but parents are urged to keep their kids at home. For the past week, the country has reported more than 10,000 new infection cases daily.
I think it's going to be really interesting to see once they come out of all of this, what their numbers look like, how much this has an impact on that country.
Yeah, and I think it may end up being somewhat of a case study, you know, when people start watching that, if it has such a major impact. I guess based on numbers, some other countries may follow suit. I don't know. I know they'd have probably be a hard thing to pass if you tried to do that here, but that is kind of, I think, what other countries and maybe smaller countries might be able to do something like that.
Yeah. Can you imagine living somewhere?
No.
I mean, I know like we've only had tidbits of little mandates and everything in comparison to what Austria is experiencing, but to say, you know, this is the way it has to be. You can't leave your house. You can't do this and that. It'd be interesting.
Yeah, it sounds so foreign for us because, you know,
right,
as a country,
yeah.
we just can't understand that. You know, that's something else. All right. Well, we, of course, will let everybody know what happens with that. Let's talk about our forecast if we can, because we've got some changes coming up. Boy, what a big change from yesterday to today. Wasn't it just incredible there? You look at the numbers right now, we're at 50 degrees in Greensboro. By the way, the average high right now is in anywhere about 59 to 60 degrees. That's kind of our average high temperature this time of the year. 50 in Greensboro, 51 Winston-Salem, High Point at 50, Lexington, you have 52, and we're at 39 degrees right now in Galax. So higher elevations, of course, much cooler. And with that dry air in place, we cool and heat more quickly, actually. 27, that's our low tonight. That's the coldest we've seen in a a while. Mostly clear skies, then sunshine tomorrow, a chilly 52 in case you're doing anything for your Saturday. The weekend, though, we're still in the 50s even into Sunday, it looks like. Pretty clear, though. In fact, I wanted to go out to a really wide shot here. There is nothing from basically southern parts of Pennsylvania all the way down through most of at least the beginning area of the Panhandle region of Florida. You just don't see anything going on there. Cold front moved by. Now the high pressure is in control. It'll stay with us into Saturday. There's your Saturday. And we're watching that secondary front. You can see there that will start to approach us. Maybe a little rain Monday, but it's looking weaker than it did yesterday. So low 50s tomorrow, sunshine to partly cloudy for your weekend, 57 on Sunday. Morning sprinkle or two, maybe a shower, and 52 on Monday. And then we're all sunshine after that, it looks like. And that'll be for Tuesday, Wednesday. Cold day Tuesday. Highs only at 44. Wednesday, 52. Thanksgiving Day, nice, 60 degrees, mostly dry and lots of sun.
Well, if you're looking for something fun to do tonight, come say hello to WFMY News 2 at Winterfest. And both Lauren Coleman and Chad Silber are live to tell us all about the fun you can look forward to. Guys, I'm so jealous of your fun assignment today.
Well, you know, it might be the fall time, but we are in the winter spirit here at Winterfest. It kicks off today. As you can see, it's been a while since I've been on the ice. I had to come out a little bit earlier to get some practice rounds in, but we're having a good time. And it opens at 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock. It technically opens now, but the festival part of this, the fun part, is 7 to 9 tonight. It's almost like, isn't it almost like Mother Nature knew that Winterfest was kicking off today? Yesterday was beautiful in 70s, and today it's chilly.
It's chilly, so make
degrees.
sure you bring a jacket out here.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
just going to get colder as that sun goes down.
And when you do come out, you know what you should do is you should bring a canned good because it's Chick-fil-A night. You bring a canned good, and you get a coupon for a free Chick-fil-A sandwich. How great is that?
And that's not all. If you bring 5 canned goods, you get raffled in for a Chick-fil-A gift basket. So that's a lot of fun too.
Oh yeah, so this is Lauren's first time out here at Winterfest, and you're impressed, aren't you?
I'm impressed. This is so nice. Again, this is downtown. It's in between the Fat Tuesdays and South End Brewing in the parking lot, and I'm just amazed that we were able to get this all together just in the last couple of weeks.
I know, it's so great. And so, okay, your skills for skating are above, like very great. You're great.
You think so?
Look at how good she is.
I'm not doing all the tricks that you can do because you've been skating since you were what, about 3 years old?
4 years old, So Lauren says the last time she skated was in 2015, and look at this. Look at how good she is. But you know what? All skill levels are allowed, whether you're good or you're bad. There are people of all types that will be out here. Winterfest, again, 7 to 9 tonight. We hope to see you. We're going to be out here through 6:30 to kind of see, and look at these lights. These lights are really going to be nice when the sun goes down. A very romantic feeling. So if you're looking to bring a date out here, maybe date night, this is the spot to be. You see this little shed over here? They've got skate rentals over there too. So you don't even need skates. Just bring a good attitude and a willingness to learn.
And we'll be out here too, so come join us and bring the family. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, like Lauren was doing this a lot of this going on. All right, if you didn't get to see last night's partial eclipse, you can see it again, only just another 600 years, just hang out a little bit. We captured this time lapse of the eclipse as the moon progressively turned kind of a red hue in the sky. The eclipse was covered nearly 99% by 4 a.m. After that, you could begin to see the moon shine once again as it started to reveal itself. Pretty cool there.
Well, you all shared your photos of the eclipse with us, and here's one of the eclipse when it was red. Really a nice close-up there. And Jasper also tweeted this photo from Central North Carolina. Pretty cool to see. Peter tweeted an HDR photo from Charlottesville, Virginia. Wow, this is the first time I'm seeing these photos. Really cool. Another shows half of the moon uncovered. Tyler shared this photo with us from Sophia, North Carolina. That one's really pretty too. And then Paul over in Kernersville shared this photo taken right at 4 a.m., which was the peak of the eclipse. And then Anthony took this photo at 3:19 from New Jersey. And a fun fact from Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley, that red color was from sunsets and sunrises happening around the world at the time. That was light passing through the Earth's atmosphere and projecting onto the lunar surface. The things you don't know.
So I woke up by accident. I didn't set an alarm.
Really?
I wanted to watch it, and then at the end of the night, I was like, I'm tired or whatever. Woke up at 4:05 just on accident, and I looked at the clock, and I was like, oh, the lunar eclipse. And I said, I'll get up in just a second. Went right back to
Just
sleep.
1 second.
Gone.
No.
Yeah, woke up again at
Kind
6
of like,
something.
I'm going to rest my eyes for a second.
yeah.
That never works.
My mom and dad always said, I'm going to rest my eyes. I said, what does that mean?
Yeah, I used to say that as a kid. I was up at 4, but for other reasons, I had a crying baby
have a
to
baby,
attend
yes.
to. But I just totally forgot about it.
It's
I'm
really
sad
cool.
that I missed it.
I am kind of upset that I didn't get it, especially when I wanted to get up and then failed.
Yeah.
Epic fail.
Hey, we have great video.
Video proof.
And with lots of pictures, so we kind of got to see it.
Exactly right. All right, we'll take a short break. We'll be right back.
Recently, the March of Dimes released a report giving North Carolina a D grade for its preterm birth rate. And sadly, nearly 700 women die each year from pregnancy complications here in the U.S. The majority of women in that category are usually women of color, and that's according to the CDC. Well, having a baby is scary enough, and when you see these numbers, you want to know the team caring for you has the knowledge and resources needed for your safety. Thankfully, work is being done on both the local and national level to improve care for moms and babies. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services is teaming up with more than 200 hospitals across the country, including Cone Health. This will be a way for hospitals to compare data, study health risks, and improve health equity for women and infants.
It gives us a chance to benchmark our work, to learn from other people, to teach other people what's been working for us or what hasn't worked so that we can reboot.
Chief Nursing Officer and Vice President of Women's and Children's Services at Cone Health, Sue Pedeline, says this is especially important for diverse populations like Greensboro. According to the March of Dimes, the preterm birth rate for North Carolina is 10.8%. For Black women, it's 48% higher. The March of Dimes also says Black and Native American babies are twice as likely as white babies to die before their first birthdays. This is in part due to access of care.
We have had a lot of interest in looking at health equity as it pertains to the care that we provide for women, as well as the social determinants of health that really can impact women and children in our community.
One step Cone Health has already taken to improve care is opening a food market at the new Med Center for Women, where women who often live in food deserts can go to for prenatal care.
And Cone Health is sponsoring a food drive for that market. Next week, you can donate non-perishable food items for the market. This is a drive-through event, and you're asked to wear a mask. Cone Health asks for low sodium, allergy-friendly, and other healthier food options for families. You can also donate diapers, wipes, feminine products, can openers, sealable storage bags, and toiletries. That food drive is Monday from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Cone Health Med Center for Women. We'll come in right back. Stay there.
No, it's not like when
Hi there, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin.
Well, we're looking at temperatures across the region right now, and we broadened the view a little bit for you. Lexington, Kentucky at 40, Nashville 50, 66 though if you head south in Macon, Georgia, Atlanta at 62. At our coast, we're at 58 in Wilmington, beautiful down there. Elizabeth City also nice, 51, 50 in the Triad, Boone's at 44. Galax, we saw them just a moment ago. They were in the upper 30s right now, only going to get colder. And you know, if it's 27 here tonight, it's going to be frigid in the mountain communities. Mostly clear tonight, pretty cold, sunny tomorrow. That high temperature of 52, that's about 8 degrees below normal for us this time of the year. All clear thanks to a big ridge of high pressure, and that's going to remain in control. In fact, look at this. You could go from Louisiana all the way up through the Triad to parts of Pennsylvania, and you're not going to see much in the way of precipitation. Getting some snow showers there, though, in New York. Looks like some lake effect situations happening there. High pressure and the futurecast, as that moves across our region, it keeps us clear and cold for today, tonight and tomorrow, and again even on Sunday. Now we're watching the cold front, that approach of the cold front, that will happen. Not a lot of energy with that, and by energy I mean the shower activity. Will keep a 30% chance in, I think, as we get into Monday. But tonight that low is something else, isn't it? 27 degrees, mostly clear. Here's what we see in the 7-day forecast, and that's 52 tomorrow with sunshine. We've got 57 on Sunday. Clouds will build in ahead of the next front, 30% chance of rain, and 52 on Monday. Tuesday, coldest day of the week, sunshine and 44. Hey, Thanksgiving Day, partly cloudy to sunny and 60 degrees.
I like the little turkey on that forecast.
I know, cute.
It's cute. Well, with this weekend's temperatures, it's really a great setup for tonight being the opening night at WFMY News 2's Winterfest.
Yes, for once, I'm not the one out at Winterfest. Instead, we sent Lauren Coleman and Chad Silber to check it out. Still very jealous, though, guys, very jealous.
You know, Chilton, I wish it was you out here with us as well, because I want to see your skating skills.
Yes.
If you're better than us, we will be impressed. Lauren is skating backwards.
I'm skating backwards, and I haven't skated since 2015, so if I can do it, you can do it.
Okay,
so make
show
sure
'em.
you bring the whole family
Show
out.
them. Let's see it. Let's see
All
it.
right. Look at that.
She just did a spin. She's
just did a spin.
basically Chrissy Yamaguchi out here.
You know, I've always wanted to be an ice skater, so I
This
can
is
finally
great.
live out my dream.
So the sun has just kind of gone down and the temperature has dropped. We brought out the gloves. If you're going to come out here, you're going to have to bring some of the warm weather attire here. You know what's great too? They're not doing it right now. We're going to see if they can do it in a little bit, but they have a snow machine out here that really sets the mood if you're going to be out here skating at Winterfest today. Lauren, do you know how many gallons of water it takes to make this ice
I
rink?
do. 6,000 gallons of water to make this ice skating rink. And it's really sturdy out here, folks. We've gone around probably about 20, 50 times by now.
Right,
so
yeah.
That's a lot of water.
I'm closing the loops on my watch right now. So here's something interesting too. So as you can imagine, sometimes in North Carolina it's warmer. Well, how do you keep the ice frozen? Underneath the ice are all of these coils that are sub-freezing temperatures that they use to keep the ice frozen. So even yesterday when it was 74 degrees, this ice was nice and frozen. But we don't have to worry about those temperatures anymore, according to Chilton and the weather team, because it's cold.
Well, we're going to check in with y'all a little bit later and join us for all the fun. We'll be
We're
right
out
back.
of here. We're out of here.
That's the one benefit of us being in here.
That's right.
It's warm.
It's warm.
The temperature is regulated. Well, with Winterfest kicking off tonight, I asked you on my Facebook page what your favorite winter activity is. Ronnie says looking at the lights on the houses and buildings. For Sheila, it's hot coffee, warm fire, good book. Michael writes sledding with my grandchild. If we have any snow, that's a big question. Rick loves ice fishing. Tori likes to look at the lights. For Donna, it's skiing. Joey says cuddling with my wife. Aw, did your wife make you say
Brownie
that?
points.
Joanne says seeing all the lights and drinking hot chocolate. Freddie likes shoveling snow. He writes it's very calming and peaceful for me. Well, good for you, Freddie.
Good for
you can
you.
come and do my,
Yes,
driveway whenever that
please.
happens. Well, and Michael shares staying warm is my favorite winter activity, and I am with Michael on this one.
So you're not a cold weather fan.
I'm not. I am a summer girl. Now, I do love looking at all the lights during Christmas
I do
time,
too.
but I have to be bundled up.
So there's something, my house, like when my wife and I bought our house, it had like a stone fireplace, which I loved because it looks kind of rustic. It's almost
Yeah.
like a cabin kind of feel. Like I always tell her, it's like a ski lodge. And so in the summer, it's kind of out of place, but then in the winter, it's awesome to have that fire there. And the whole, like she said, drinking hot chocolate, hanging out around the fire, I love that.
Having
Outdoor
Chris-
fireplace in the back, which I
Oh,
adore.
okay.
That's key.
Yes. And hot tubs in the winter.
Yes.
That's the only time you can go and enjoy that, really.
Pretty much, yeah, I can't. So I'm so hot-natured that summer can be tough for me at times.
Uh-huh.
I don't mind it, but I am never that cool in the summertime. I'm cranking the AC.
Yeah, so hot tub, wintertime. I gotta find somebody who has a hot tub.
Now
nice.
you're going to get emails.
Yes.
Now they're going to come rolling and everybody going, here we go. Yeah, okay, we'll take a break. You think about that for a moment. We'll be right back. You Yeah, we love that music, don't we? Because we know what we're talking about next. Now that Cam Newton is back in Carolina, we want to take you back to a very special moment between him and a very young fan. Back in 2016, 9-year-old Nick Oldis from Greensboro went to a Panthers game. Cam Newton gave him a football after scoring a touchdown. He was at a playoff game with his mom when he ran down after the score to try to be the kid that Cam would hand the football to, and he was. Since then, a lot has changed. 5 years have passed. Cam left and is back. Nick now is 15 years old, but he remembers that day in the stadium just like it was yesterday.
I think about it actually sometimes because, you know, getting a football, usually it doesn't happen a lot. So to be one of those kids out of the millions that were probably in that stadium throughout the years when he was here, it was pretty cool because I guess not everyone gets to experience that, which is awesome.
Well, Nick said he was offered money for the football. He told us he's glad he did not take the cash. That's a big deal right there.
Oh yeah, I love how I've been out and about lately and I've just seen a lot of people wearing Cam Newton jerseys, and it made me think about all the kids that had them back then. They probably don't fit anymore. I hope that they kept them. Maybe they're worth some money now.
I talked to someone who said that, you know, he had a Cam jersey and he didn't get rid of it, but he just kept it in the back of the closet, and he said when he pulled it out it had dust all over it. He had to wash it again, and now it's back in action again. So yeah, I mean, I have a Greg Olson jersey and he's retired. So
yeah,
you do what you have to.
Yeah, you gotta keep them around. You never know what could happen.
I do. I love seeing Cam back. We're going to talk more about that, I'm sure, over the next few weeks. Stick around. We'll be back.
A little bit better suited to play off hockey ahead of. Yeah, guys, last week we had perfect weather for high school football. Now this week I said we have weather.
Hey everyone, good afternoon. I'm Stacy Spivey with Eric Chilton, and look who's behind us just skating away.
Having fun. Look at them.
They're just having the best time.
Look, Lauren's getting the hang of it. Now she's more relaxed. And Chad looks like he might as well be walking. He's so good on skates. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're having fun. Welcome to all of you that are watching us, of course, right here on WFMY News 2, but also if you're watching us on Fire Stick, Roku, or our News 2 app, welcome to the show.
Well, let's go ahead and get started with some sports. Local football teams are making their way through playoffs. One game involves a long-standing rivalry between two schools. WFMY News 2's Jalen Gilkey is live for our game of the week, East Forsyth versus Glenn High School. Now, Jalen, this is such a big game that it's actually sold out, right?
Yes, Stacey. The tickets have been sold out since last week, but I want to go back to last week where we had perfect weather for playoff football. Now tonight, I'm looking at the forecast, and it looks like we have weather better suited for playoff hockey here in Kernersville ahead of this round 3 playoff matchup between East Forsyth and Glenn. Now in round 2, Glenn, they defeated Myers Park in a 54-53 slugfest where Bobcats, their star Albert Red, he blocked a field goal as time expired to seal the win for Glenn, keeping their championship dreams alive and extending their win streak to 3 games. 4 weeks ago, Glenn lost to this very East team in a regular season triple overtime thriller. And as for the Eagles, they ended the regular season with a record of 8-1 and have won 7 in a row coming in tonight, looking for their 3rd state title in program history. Now, the last came just 3 seasons ago in 2018, and they're looking to hang a 2nd loss on their crosstown rivals record. Now, we're a few hours away from kickoff here at Glenn ahead of this round 3 4A heavyweight battle between 2 of the best the Triad have to offer. Not only will the winner advance to the quarterfinals, they will also have the crown of the Kings of Kernersville until next season. And like you guys in the station said, this one's been sold out, and it's been sold out for a long time, and I'm just glad I don't need a ticket. So kickoff is here at Glenn High School at 7:30.
Jalen.
Just glad I don't need a ticket. I got in for free tonight.
Yeah, lucky him. And Eric, fans will probably want to really bundle up for tonight's game.
Yeah, this is going to be cold. I mean, our low tonight, and we don't hit that until the next morning, but it is usually in the upper 20s and this time of the year. And really more likely, once you get into January, we see those 20s and 40s for highs and lows. This is a little bit unseasonal for us tonight. I know our high temperature tomorrow is about 8 degrees below normal for this time of the year. It's chilly. 50 in the Triad right now, 43 in Boone, 52 Asheville. If you head down south, Macon, Georgia's up to 66 right now. Our coastal temperatures at 58 in Wilmington, and there's that 27 for tonight. Clear skies tomorrow, sunny and cool, and 52. Big, broad area of high pressure. That basically clears things out, right? That's why much of the southeast, in fact, all of the southeast, pretty much crystal clear here. That will stay in control of our forecast, not only today and tonight, but tomorrow and to some degree Sunday. There is another front approaching here. That one will reach us by Monday, but even then, the rain chance is pretty slim. Only a 30% chance of showers then. So looking at our 7-day forecast, we've got 52 tomorrow, sunshine, 57 on Sunday. Monday, a little morning shower and 52, and then by Tuesday, coldest day of the week, 27 and 44 for the low and the high, but it's all sunshine, sunny 52 Wednesday, warming up nicely for Turkey Day there, 60 degrees with mostly sunny skies.
Well, fans will brave the temperature drop for football, and families also braving the cold for WFMY News 2's Winterfest.
Yeah, Chad Silber, Lauren Coleman out there skating around, having a good time, guys.
Oh, there's snow now, too.
It is snowing in downtown Greensboro. Well, not really. They just turned on the snow machine. So it really does feel like a winter wonderland here at the opening night of Winterfest. We're having a lot of fun, aren't we?
I love this. This is one of my favorite events that goes on in the wintertime because there aren't a lot of skating rinks outdoors around here. So when the Ice House puts this together, it's incredible. And it really gets you in the Christmas spirit way before Christmas.
And it's just fun. So if you're looking for something to do, if you're sitting at home on the couch like, what am I going to do on a Friday night? Come to downtown Greensboro. We're in between Fat Tuesday and South End Brewing in the parking lot area. And all the activities, they're going to get started around 7 o'clock tonight. And since we're in the spirit of giving, if you come tonight and you bring a canned good, you will get a voucher for a Chick-fil-A sandwich. And everybody likes Chick-fil-A.
Look at all this snow over here.
Look at all this snow. We're having a lot of fun, and we want you to have some fun too. So make sure that you come on down.
And so just so you're not confused, sometimes it's in LeBauer Park downtown, but we're in a different area this year, and it's a great spot. And we've got the lights up, and it's a clear blue sky. The sun is going down. It's going to get chilly. Bring some extra clothes. Hey, let's go skating, Lauren.
Let's go skating. Tickets are $5 tonight. So get off the couch. Come join us. Bye.
They're having so much fun. Well, calling all Greensboro artists, Creative Greensboro is wanting to hire you. They're selecting 10 visual artists to display their work on the kiosks throughout downtown Greensboro. Each artist will get $500 and at least 10 weeks of display time. One artist will be selected to create an original artwork that will be placed in the city's permanent collection and displayed in city facilities, plus $3,000. They're asking for artists that live in Greensboro and do any kind of 2D or 3D work like photography, digital art, ceramics, paintings, or drawings. The deadline to apply is December 3rd. If you're interested in entering the competition, we do have a link to apply to this in this story on our website.
Well, in case you didn't know, today is National Play Monopoly Day, one of my favorite games there. All right, so I asked you on Facebook, what board games did you love, either now or growing up? Scott Davis said, always played Trouble when I was growing up. That is a good one. Carrie said it was Scrabble, but now I play Words with Friends. Yep, I do that too. Brandon, simple enough, and in my opinion, one of the hardest games, chess. And then Joanne says Monopoly and Catchphrase. I forgot about that one. Bobby Odom said, I love the game Clue because it really tested your intelligence. Colonel Mustard did it in the parlor with a wrench. And then Tasha says, I love Sorry because I like knocking people off the board and making them go back home.
So typical Tasha.
That would be our producer, Tasha,
Yes.
that said that.
Yes.
I did love Sorry because we made such a big deal out of it when you did land on them to say sorry and knock it back. That was hilarious.
Well, I already told you about my favorite game earlier. It is Pretty Pretty Princess. So that was my favorite one growing up. It was so much fun. You got to be a princess and, you know, that was totally me. But nowadays, my family, we love playing Yahtzee. Do you ever play that?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that
I guess it's not a board game, but I still love it.
Well, and so, yeah, and this kind of doesn't qualify for a board game either, but Pictionary was one of my all-time
Yes,
favorites. I
so
absolutely
fun.
love that game.
Yeah, I do too.
I had a friend in college, we would play Pictionary against other people in the fraternity house where I lived, and he and I just had some sort of vibe. I swear I could draw like one line and would down like that and look at him,
you'd know.
and he'd be like, Marilyn Monroe. But yes, exactly right.
People are like, what?
Made no sense. All my friends are like, you're cheating somehow, but that was a fun game.
Yeah. Now going back to Monopoly, are you a big fan of Monopoly?
So it takes too long, but yes, I do like it, but I would always be, I'm so impatient, I would be the kid that I would say, can we stop this, play something else, and come back to it?
Yeah, it just takes forever. I always have fun when I play it, but like, I don't feel like we ever finish the game anytime we do.
Do you remember Risk?
Risk, I don't know that one.
Risk was like a dice game, if I remember correctly, and you're trying to like take over countries, like you're owning different countries. It was almost like a war simulation, but really it was more a numbers game. You had to balance out your troop. That game was really hard. That was one that took forever too and could go on way too long. It was a fun game, but
No, if the game takes way too much thought, then I'm out because I can't do that. It has to be fun.
Stick with Chutes and Ladders.
Yes, or like Pretty Pretty Princess.
Candyland. Stacy liked that because the winner got to wear a crown, she said. Yeah, see,
Yeah,
look,
so fitting,
look
right?
At that look. That's exactly right. All right, we'll take a break. We're coming back.
A new movie on Netflix starring Tessa Thompson and Ruth Negga takes us back in time to the 1920s.
WFMY News 2 photojournalist Manning Franks explains how this movie plot is not black and white in his News 2 review.
All of us are passing for something or other. So declares Tessa Thompson's character Irene in the movie from Netflix called Passing. It's a disarming accusation to the viewer, yet it rings true in all facets of life, only deepening the themes in this film. I missed Passing earlier this year at Sundance, thus I was excited to be able to see what Rebecca Hall's directorial debut had to offer. I was not disappointed.
Pardon me, I don't mean to stare, but I think I know you.
I'm afraid you're mistaken.
No, of course I know you, Renee. You look just the same.
Based on the novel of the same name published in 1929, Passing is set in Roaring Twenties New York, where a middle-class black woman, Irene, runs into a childhood friend, Claire, who is also black, but passes as white. After they rekindle their friendship, their individual realities challenge each other to re-examine their lives and ultimately face themselves. You can add Rebecca Hall to the list of great actors turned great directors because Passing, at a brisk hour and 30 minutes, doesn't waste a scene. It explores the lives of these two women and their relationship to the color of their skin. It's unquestionably complicated subject matter that with a well-adapted screenplay like this, makes you think. It presents our two characters as both frustrated and fully realized individuals. Passing is anchored by two powerhouse performances from Tessa Thompson and Ruth Negga. The two actresses together create such an unspoken and well-established rapport that even with the most nuanced of glances, you are engrossed in every action they take. Their characters weave into each other's existence, each longing for the other's life. The intentional use of visually striking monochromatic cinematography only propels the film's rich text forward and allows us to notice every shadow and every highlight. I'm gonna geek out here for a second, but this is easily one of my favorite uses of lighting and framing in a film this year. It is a window into the characters' minds. As they struggle with being put in very black and white boxes, you, the viewer, notices the shades of gray in between. All of us are passing for something or other. It's different, doesn't it? Passing is a challenging film that is quiet, even introspective. Without a doubt, this is a beautiful movie that is worth seeing. I'm going to give Passing a News 2 approved. You can find it streaming on Netflix.
Manning got very deep on us in that one.
He
That was
did.
a good one, yeah. And I like the idea that since that movie is shot with no color at all, it's a black and white, it just kind of evens everything out. I've seen trailers for this, I've heard film critics and reviewers talking about it, and it's phenomenal. The director, Manning told me this earlier, the director, it's like her first time really doing a directorial debut.
Wow.
And she's killing it. I mean, apparently this is a great movie.
I have been really wanting to see this, so I'm glad that Manning was able to do something about it so I can get more of an idea. Gosh, his writing is so good.
Yes.
Just talking about the movie being in black and white, but the gray part of it, so clever.
He's so deep. And I'll tell you one thing about Manning. Any of you guys that watch this show regularly, 90% of my stories are edited by him. And I'm telling you, there are sometimes I may do an okay job, but he makes it look really good.
Very, very talented.
Very talented guy.
And great movie reviewer as well.
And about the nicest person you could ever meet.
Literally.
Very
yes,
true.
he is.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back. You know, passing down the music of the past generation is very, very important. Nobody knows that better than Benji Springs. He's the director of bands for Greensboro College. Now, next week, he's directing their jazz ensemble in a concert that keeps music history alive. I spoke with him today about this upcoming concert. Benji, thanks for taking time out today. I appreciate it. This is a great thing. I mean, jazz ensemble at college. I'm thinking about these kids, you know, teenagers and early 20s. How important is it that we keep exposing kids to jazz and that medium?
Well, the music that we'll be playing is primarily big band music, and I think it's very important that we keep exposing these young people to this music. That's the only way to keep it alive. And at Greensboro College, we have a lot of students who just love this music. They're responding beautifully to it. Our rehearsals have gone well. They listen to it because of what they've been exposed to in our class, and you'll be able to tell that we've done that work at the concert. And it's very important that they are exposed to it.
Tell me a little bit about the makeup of the ensemble. What type of instruments will we see there at the concert?
Well, the standard instrumentation for a big band is saxophones, trombones, trumpets. There'll be 2 altos, 2 tenors, and a bari, 4 trombones, 4 trumpets. The rhythm section will be piano, bass, drums, guitar, and that's the standard instrumentation for a big band, and that's what the audience will hear Tuesday night.
From a teaching standpoint, is it pretty cool when you see the light bulb go off and they're listening to that kind of music and all of a sudden they kind of get that feel, that vibe?
When I hear my students listening on their own, not me giving them an assignment to do so, but when I notice that they're actually listening to big band music, the music of Count Basie, Duke Ellington, Benny Goodman, and the list goes on, because they've been exposed to it in our class, it really makes me feel great that I'm doing my part, they're doing their part to keep this music alive.
Well, it's a great thing you're doing. It's one of my favorite genres, too. My father listened to it when I was growing up, so I love it. Good luck with the concert. We appreciate your time today. So this is fun. So he's the jazz ensemble, you know, he's got everybody together. I've heard them, I've been to hear them. They're incredible. These students really get that genre of music because it's, you know, it's almost gone. If you don't really understand jazz or you don't listen to big band stuff, you don't find it anywhere, you know, naturally. So it is important to kind of keep that history alive. And I always loved it because my father was of that generation. And so I would hear the Tommy Dorsey and the Frank Sinatra and the Glenn Millers and all that stuff, Dick Haymes, and so I grew up listening to a lot of that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really listen to jazz per se, but I do really appreciate it, and I always, when I hear it, it takes me back in time almost. But you're kind of going to be a part of this, right?
I am, yes. So Benji asked me, they're doing a lot of Sinatra stuff, and way before Eric and the Chiltones, I sang with the Greensboro Big Band for 3 years, so I'm going to do 5 Sinatra songs that night. So information's on the website, check it out.
And go see the one and only.
Thank goodness. The world doesn't need 2. Let's see what's happening with our weather, shall we? You know, not that bad, really. I mean, it's cold, but you know what? We're almost into winter, aren't we? Here are the temperature lows tonight. Yeah, mid to upper 20s for a lot of you. This is a particular forecast model. Shows 25 for Danbury tonight, Reidsville 22, Martinsville 21. Anyway you cut or slice this, it is just chilly out there. Tonight, that low 27 officially. That's our forecast, mostly clear. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine, still cool at 52, and Sunday, sunny to partly cloudy and upper 50s.
Living our best life starts with asking ourselves the right questions. Today on U Day, Coach Lamont explains why reframing our questions can lead to powerful life transition.
Life has a way of transitioning us into uncontrolled developments. Life is simply what you accept or what you make of it. We all have experienced heartache and setbacks. We find ourselves asking, why me? How could this have happened? And what's next? For many of us, we get stuck there. Unanswered questions which set us back instead of pushing us forward. But when was the last time you asked, for what reason has this happened? What could I do to make this different? Or who and what am I learning from this? You have the power to win back your life and to no longer accept whatever comes your way. You are better, you're worthy, and you deserve the best. Transition out of a mindset that focused on the bad that happened, and apply the lessons that you learned to your life. This is Coach Lamont. Make today your best U Day. I'll see you tomorrow.
I really wish that I had this every morning before I started work instead of ending my day with Coach Lamont, because he always speaks to something that's happening in my life. You know, I'm going through a big transition and just, you know, going from being married and not having kids to having this kid that my life revolves around her now. And so it's a big transition, and just, you know, taking it easy and giving myself grace.
I've always also said parents, kind of speaking to exactly what you just said, parents, and especially any of my female friends, put so much pressure on themselves to be super moms, super dads, and you know, I think we have to all kind of take, because that's, you know, that is one of life's greatest transitions, is going from no kids to having kids. And I think, like you said, having a little bit of grace just to let go and say, I can do this. I have friends that have done this. I know I can do it. You know, that kind of thing. And that applies to any transition in your life. Say,
anything you're going through, and we are all going through something at this time. So thanks to Coach Lamont for always just keeping us
level.
Yes,
that's
level-headed.
What he does. Yep. All right, my 2 cents is coming up. Stick around. Hey there, check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know, right? You better hold on.
I might be able to soon.
I just wanted, because, you know, we can say sources close to this.
If he would tell.
Parents and students are just starting to arrive here for the game. It is still early. It starts.
You guys look like you know what you're doing out here. 1, 2, 3. Winterfest kicks off tonight in downtown Greensboro. Look at all the fun coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey there, mic check. Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina.
Hey, I hope Chad Silver doesn't fall on the ice out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So it's time for my 2 cents, and parents, you could probably get the kids around if you want to gather them for this important message from Eric Chilton. When I was a kid, my 3 most hated vegetables that when my mother put them out I could not stand them was green peas, spinach, asparagus. Kids, I want you to know, as you get older, parents know this, your taste buds will change and you'll change your mind. Even green beans I wasn't a huge fan of when I was young. Now you saute those in with a little oil and salt and pepper and some garlic, and it's awesome. Asparagus, same thing. My mother used to try to drench it in cheese to make me eat it. I could at least choke that down as a kid. But as you get older, love asparagus now. Love it. Even spinach. I love spinach now too. I want all the kids to hear this. Your taste buds will change. I'm watching it in my 11-year-old son as he was the pickiest eater as a young kid and now is starting to open up to more of an adult palate where you can handle that. So kids, what I want you to do is to make that list of the things you don't like. Go to your parents and say, can you make this a different way and see if I like it? Because let's face it, a good little bit of salt and pepper and some butter can change anything. However, the flip side of that is the dreaded green peas. Now, parents, you should take the kids out of the room. I'll give you 3 seconds. Perfect. Because now I still can't stand green peas. Cannot eat them, don't like the consistency, don't like the flavor. I'm sorry. Now bring the kids back in. Hey kids, so everything, you can eat anything you want to as long as you prepare it a different way and let your taste buds change as you get older. You'll eat all your veggies. And that's just my 2 cents, and that's your 4 to 5. WFMY News 2 at 5 starts now.
Winterfest kicks off tonight in downtown Greensboro. Look at all the fun coming up.
And it's cold too, starting to feel like winter, but wait till you see how cold we get tomorrow morning.